The Wise Group has been going for 25 years. We're based in Glasgow and we carry out a number of programmes across West Central Scotland and the North East of England. The core of our business is getting people into employment, and when we started 25 years ago, that concept was quite a difficult one in the sense of tackling poverty, because that was at the time when there was 3 million people unemployed and it was difficult to get a job.
The list of barriers that we deal with is absolutely endless, but there is nobody that cannot be helped at some level by the Wise Group. That is what we do.
We're in a different situation now where there are jobs available, but a lot of the people in the city are still living in benefit and don't have the right skills or other barriers to getting into employment.
And that's what we're good at. We've had people coming in that have problems with agoraphobia that have ended up working in call centres. We've had all kinds of stories like that, because what we work on is training them in a work ethic and building their confidence and self-esteem and really preparing them to go back out to the marketplace.
So we run a range of programmes, straightforward employability programmes which tend to be contracts with government. We also carry out regeneration projects in communities. Those can be environmental projects or housing projects, where we take long-term unemployed people, give them some training, but the main aspect of that is work experience, and then we help them get into the labour market. We also do that kind of thing for sustainable development projects, energy advice, recycling.
At the Wise Group, we want to focus on communities, individuals and business. We want to help them reduce their carbon footprint, we want to help them reduce their fuel costs, to give individuals more disposable income and to make businesses more competitive.
Where we are currently with the Wise Group is that we're about to embark on quite a significant growth period. We've got quite challenging income targets and growth plans, which means for me as the head of HR that we've quite an exciting HR agenda, because it's all about people. It's about people that make the difference, and so we have to invest in people to bring that all alive.
When I joined the Wise Group just over 2 years ago, there was no leadership training going on. And I think it's a serious omission, because leadership training is very important. It's extremely important that we challenge particularly the middle management staff in the organisation to think about how they could work better, how they could work better with their colleagues and with people outside the organisation.
Investment in leadership is really important. It's not a one-off exercise. It has to be constant, so that we're investing in our current and potential managers of the future.
And that's how we came across the Social Enterprise Academy. We were able to set up a programme specifically for us that brought out the qualities that we wanted to bring out amongst our middle managers.
I've actually managed staff for the past 13 years of my working life, but before I went to the academy, I wouldn't have realised that being a manager is a job and being a leader is a role, and they're two very different things.
The work that I did with the academy helped me personally, and I think my colleagues, focus on a range of skills and abilities. It may not even have been skills and abilities that we didn't have at the time, but they helped us focus on them and develop them, and ensure that we, I guess, introduced them into our day-to-day business.
You can see the benefits of participating in leadership programme in a number of different ways. Mainly for me, it's through changed behaviours. It's
taught me that just because something has been done one way for a certain amount of time doesn't mean that it's always the way forward. It made me embrace change in a far more positive manner.
One of the real benefits of action learning, and I came to it struggling with the concept, was that it suddenly became clear to me what colleagues could bring to it, a problem that I have. Prior to that, I would have said people needed to be involved in order to answer a question or to help you solve a problem, whereas in fact the distance that colleagues and individuals not directly related to it can have is actually a real benefit.
When looking at leadership programmes or management development programmes and considering who the participants should be, I've always favoured the cross-organisational approach, where you bring different managers from different parts of the organisation together, because there's the ancillary benefits of them getting to know more about each other, understanding the different parts of the business, as well as the programme objectives themselves.
There was a few highlights to the course around the action and learning sets, but the real thing for me was the discovery and learning about the social accounts.
I found that absolutely fascinating, and it's not something that I'd come across before. It allowed us as a group to assist the WISE group in the preparation of its first set of social accounts.
As a result of that, Laurie Russell, our Chief Executive, then asked a few of us to take part in a secondment, and we've just completed our first year and completed, I'm very proud to say, our first set of social accounts.
I was just so pleased that the group of people that were on this programme had got enthused about wider WISE group issues and wanted to play a part in that.
It has raised my awareness of the organisation I work in, and it's the first actual living document that encompasses everything that the WISE group does.
I'd recommend the programme to people who are in leadership roles, but also to people who are about to enter leadership roles.
I would recommend the course to anybody that's in a role that's driving staff forward, as it opens up a whole new range of possibilities about how to get the best, not only from your staff, but to get the best from yourself.
I wouldn't hesitate to recommend the Academy to other organisations, and not actually just in the social economy sector, because it's about transformation. It can help support business objectives on change, improving performance across that whole spectrum. And because of the results that I've seen in the WISE group, I wouldn't hesitate.